Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy. Whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And for starters, I would like to say my name is Duran's Healing, and I provide cowrie shell divination readings. This is an ancient technology system where I use stones, crystals, bones, and a lot of other assorted items in conjunction with the 5 elements: the fire, the earth, the water, the nature, and the mineral. And in this process, I'm able to see the energies that are moving throughout the cosmos to best serve the collective in these readings. And I would like to say also, for those of you who are my core audience or core listeners, as new people come into the healing circle, please be sure to welcome them in, show them grace and honor, and let them know how welcome they are and how we do things in this healing circle. We tend to share all of our creative ideas and all these experiences that we go through, and share and talk amongst one another in a very positive way. This is how our healing circle works, and I welcome you all into this space. And with that being said, I would like to jump right into the stones to see what the higher energy has in store for us tonight. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team. And what I'm hearing is that you're at peace, but you're not at ease. I'm not particularly sure what this message is about, but I would like to see a little bit further surrounding this energy. And what I'm picking up initially is that there is something very important about the position you're in right now. You as a healer, you as a leader in the space of time. And the stone right next to your ancestor spirit guide stone is this bone to pick. What I'm sensing here is that there may be a lot of energy surrounding you, a lot of events, a lot of activity, a lot of different cases that your energy may be pulled towards. And you're not necessarily knowing why. So many things are pulling on your energy or wanting your attention. But I can see here in the stone, there's a lot of energy surrounding this particular stone. And this stone represents something similar to issues that are meant to be solved. Problems on a higher level that requires your specific energy to help facilitate a healing process. And there's a lot of energy gravitating towards this component within inside of you. But as I look further into these stones, underneath all of these shells is your this is the community ring. I thought it was the creativity ring, but it is the community ring, which lets me know that your energy is serving a higher purpose for the people around you. They can't get enough of it. The community you're around is very active, and they can sense your energy. You may have stepped out into the open. You may have joined a group or shown your energy out into the workforce. Something here about people feeling or getting a little glimpse of your energy. And people are starting to talk about your frequency, how great their experience was with you. Even in the workforce, how good you work. There is a lot of positive narratives I'm seeing being spun around your frequency, and you're just doing what you know how to do. You're just engaging, even if it's in a leisure activity. You're just having fun. And there is an energy behind you that may be pulling you to come back out. Even in your workforce, there may be an energy trying to pull you in a direction that makes you be propelled in a leadership position. That's what I'm sensing here surrounding some of your energies very powerfully. But there's two unique shells here on the opposite sides of this community ring, one being your wisdom and the other being your action stone sitting inside of your personal relationship rings. There are two different narratives that are unfolding surrounding your position, or these energies that are being impacted by your frequency in the community. And I would like to start first by going north, by staying in the mineral part of your energy, which is the top level, the wisdom stone. You see, there is something in your wisdom, your insight, the way you articulate yourself that gives you this leg up, that gives you this persona that you are a wise person. No matter the age. And there's something about your energy that knows that you come with a depth of knowledge, a deep level of understanding surrounding the bones of this planet. Not only that, it comes from your bones, your intuition, the insight that you have. You may not even know how you think the way you do, how you come up with the answers, the philosophy, the perspective that you have, but the energies can feel the potency of your frequency that is causing a gravitational pull towards you in the paradigm that you live in, striking you as confused. Why are people so interested in me? You may tend to stick to yourself and do your own thing, but this frequency that you carry will not allow you to be in isolation. It will not allow you to be alone. That's what I'm sensing in the original message. At peace, but not at ease, because of the amount of energies that are pulling on your frequency will not leave you alone. But in a very good way. It's like there's a nurturance in your frequency that fills people's spirit up. You are changing or transforming people in a way that they can't get enough of. It's maybe a drought in the world that they live in the paradigm that they are in, that needs a glimpse of wisdom, a perspective that is different from the people around them, like water in a desert. Feeding people who are hungry for something deeper in that depth that comes from the other world, because your second ancestor stone is showing up here in the fire. Meaning that you come with this intensity and blazing heat that is out of this world. Even if you're meek, even if you're modest, there is a frequential intensity about you that registers in the people, in the paradigm that you live in, that you're otherworldly, that there's something different in your frequency. And the second ancestor stone is kicking in to say, we know this. Because you're operating on the spiritual realm. You're operating or pulling in your purest frequency due to your isolation, due to you not allowing people to interfere with the pureness of who you are. You maintain a certain level of decorum about yourself. It's because you honor the spirit world. You honor your spiritual self, and you will not allow this energy that you have to be shape, shift, and change to meet the demands of others. You operate more on the trajectory of the spirit world that knows you're a part of a larger system. And that larger system comes with radical changes. And the changes in your world, or the changes that you bring about this world, is the mirroring effect of what this energy has done to you, radically changing you. giving you a sense of clarity that grants you fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment, knowing who you are and knowing what you're about, giving you a very unique key of access to the other world by your frequency. And your doll is showing face down at peace with yourself. Knowing who you are and what you're about is the greatest gift that the spirit world has given you. But truth of the matter is, your journey, what you have done for yourself, has given you this fulfillment. Honoring your path in this way. And this key of access is more about your fulfillment. And what I'm sensing here is that you walked on your journey by yourself and for yourself, regardless of the recognition. You may be getting it now, but you did not start here. This was not your initial story. But the clarity that you have gained, that you were all you needed on your path, has propelled you in this position to honor the spirit world in this very unique way, giving you access to a wealth of abundance that allows you to be spiritually free. There are people in your world that has helped you, but the clarity that you have gained was due to you putting in the time and effort to solve your own problems, to solve these riddles that plagued your path. And you have successfully navigated yourself through all these loops and hoops, through all these transitions that life has thrown at you, and you embraced it as the way of life, allowing these transformative energies to make you a better version of yourself, sending you on this path of a wealth of abundance into this portal of magic. This is a very interesting thread of consciousness here. Very interesting. But at this time, I would like to change the trajectory of this very powerful energy to look at the shell that's on the opposite side of this community ring. And on the opposite side is your relationship ring, and inside it is your action or organizational stone. And the way I'm reading this ring is not necessarily about a personal relationship. It has more to do with the relationship that you have cultivated with the world around you, with the elements, with the minerals, honoring the story of this planet. Because there's something in your energy that can pull in the frequencies of the elements around you, and it's serving a purpose here now. And it's more about you taking action and knowing when to take action by listening to the frequencies around you to make a proper choice, to take a step back and choose the next step in your life with care, with responsibility. And as you take this step back, I can see the shells here piling up around you, like a rainbow, serving up different options for you, even in the midst of all these energies. But you're more cautious and careful about what steps you should take next. And it's more to do with the fact that you can feel like you got the winning numbers, and you're waiting to put in your ticket at the right time to cash out. It's because you can see and feel these energies that I'm seeing here, and it's very powerful. What's in front of you energetically is the second layer of rings. I'm seeing the mountain stone here inside of a ring, the sophistication stone here inside of your intimate relationship ring, your brilliance and your authenticity. And what I'm downloading here in the stones is that what you're feeling as you sit back and allow these energies to move up, you're not so readily to move off impulse. You're smarter than that. You're more careful than that because you understand energy. You're waiting on this right time to make the right call, to catapult yourself into the stratosphere of your abundance. And the energies that you're waiting on is the freedom part of yourself. You're waiting on the right time for you to step forth in your freedom. You're sitting back calculating and waiting for your time and not being weighed down as other people rise. It's like a plant. Other plants blossom at different times. But what you're waiting for is this energy that you feel in your gut that will make you move, that will make you feel liberated at the core. You're waiting for this core bell frequency to sound the alarm, and the alarm is connected to your sophistication. The alarm is connected to your visibility, because there's something here about your genius and your visibility that is connected. What you carry inside of you in terms of your genius will allow you to be seen. You cannot get one without the other. There's something potent here. Because once your genius is seen, the light will shine. I mean, shine like a lighthouse, serving as a beacon of authenticity to the world around you. Yeah, this is powerful. And I will like to pull some cards on this thread of stones to see exactly what this energy is about and how it's showing up in the world around you. Give me 1 second, guys. What is this cluster of stones about? And the cards that came out were Decoding Ancient Wisdom, High Frequency, Isolated, Artisan of One's Own Change Within This Dimension, and Cutting. And what I'm downloading here is that there is something very powerful that you're carrying while also feeling. It's like you can feel this highly charged energy that is moving through the cosmos because you're decoding it inside of you, in your spirit. That is why you're waiting on this moment. You're waiting for the right time. And you're maintaining this high level of frequency, not allowing anyone to derail you from getting on this plane, getting on this bus, or jumping onto this next timeline. And you may be living or sitting in isolation, not at 100%, but you being in isolation is serving for your higher good, serving a higher good for you. It's like you're filtering out the energies that you come in contact with in order to maintain your frequency, in order for you to keep a clear mind and sound your spirit about what you're involved with. And what you're involved with has more to do with the fact that you are an artisan. You are a creator, creating your own change, creating your own world, bringing forth and manifesting the dreams that you desire within this paradigm. That's why cutting came out. You will cut out anything that is not serving your highest good. But this is down to a science. This is down on a molecular level. Energies, people, places, things, no matter what it is, you're getting it out of here. But you're doing this in a very delicate way, very careful and very concerning. You're not trying to break waves. You're not trying to interrupt the course of consciousness. No, you're maintaining your frequency. A very powerful energy that you're holding, and you're waiting to connect the dots. But this dot connecting has to do with this current thread of consciousness that's moving through the cosmos, that's holding the frequency that will empower you on the highest of level. And you know that's what's here. You know it's what's coming from you. Your isolation is more like you're maintaining this homeostasis for yourself. Not allowing outside influences, outside people to deter you from your path. You're on a higher mission. You're serving a higher purpose, and the energies in the cosmos are even confirming this for you. Very powerful message. But I want to pull the cards once more. I want to get a little bit inside of this genius. We know this wave is coming. But what is this science here that is within you that will shine above the rest and propel out to the world the genius of your energy? What is the sophistication stone about? And in terms of this sophistication stone, the cards that came out were carve out time to create silence, spirit science is cultivated, rise above, looking for resolve/resolution, and higher access. And what I'm downloading here in terms of your sophistication, your genius, has to do with your ability to create. There is a genius or a scientist that lives within you that creates out of thin air. But this thin airness and the silence in your retreat is your connectivity to the cosmos around you, your connectivity to the spirit world. And spirit science is the bridge that will allow you to bring out this unique characteristic that serves as this ladder in the paradigm that you live in to help those around you rise above. It's something in your frequency that is ascending, that will always ascend, but it's due to your silence that will allow this creativity to expand. And when it expands, it seeks out this resolution in the midst of problems, in the midst of issues that rise. It's because of the higher access that you have to a wealth of knowledge, spiritual knowledge that can answer any given problem, any given situation with a solution. And it's very creative, it's very scientific, it's very matter of fact. And you don't even know how you're able to do this. Your spirit is simply tapped into this higher ladder, a spirit science that knows about almost anything. And it's due to the cosmos and the higher consciousness that is here, that you have access to. Once you create this force field of silence around your energy, some of you are very powerful and very creative at the same time. When your creativity meets silence, there is something magical that happens, and it is met in this paradigm as genius. It's as if when you create this force field of silence around yourself, any problems or issue that you have absorbed in your connections with the people around you in the paradigm, this connection reaches the other world. You don't even have to do anything. The answers come to you. Your spirit gets cleansed. The problems get solved due to this connectivity. And when you step out, it's like you have recalibrated or alchemized this energy as a wealth of knowledge, as this version of genius. And you may not even go back and tell people you have solved their riddles. You have answered their questions, because these are the issues that has puzzled you. But this frequency that you have absorbed inside of your body turns into light, making you that much more authentic, making your energy comes that much more closer to that of light. And when you step out into the paradigm, your energy is felt as healing, making people gravitate towards you more, making people want to get a whiff of your energy. Very powerful energy that I'm seeing here. Wow. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. circle. And if you stayed thus far, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And what I haven't done in a while, due to all of these energies moving, I haven't pulled cards. So what I will do at this time, I would like to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective at this time. What other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective? And the cards that came out were dimensional changes, hostility, sun, pyramids, Metatron's cube, and residency. And what I'm downloading here in the cards is that there may be so many changes in your world that at times it may be very hostile to your frequency as you navigate yourself in and out of different energetic levels. I can see some of you moving throughout the paradigm in many large energetic groups, and you may be feeling the heat of that, the intensity of that. But the reason for all of these movements and changes in your world is because things are orbiting around you as if you are the sun. But there's something quite unique happening as you're feeling all these changes, as you feeling all of these orbiting energies. You are grounding yourself almost like a pyramid as something of a wonder to people. Some of you may have people wondering about your energy, the mysteriousness of who you are. You may not be the kind of person that steps out into the crowd just to be seen. You may not be the kind of person to step out and just reveal who you are and to make friends for the sake of making friends. What I'm seeing here is that you are very absolute about who you are and very conscious about who and what your energy is attached to. There is something in the ancientness of your energy, the complexity of your being that is wanting you to be seen at this time, but also wanting you to maintain a certain caliber of frequency within yourself. What I'm downloading here or seeing here is that they're saying like it's time for you to have residency here on this planet. You may have been off in space or off in the spirit world for quite some time, not truly developing yourself in the social circle or social spaces of the paradigm that you live in, not quite fitting in. But that was serving its own purpose to maintain or ground a certain dimensional frequency of your energy to its purest level within this planet. There is something intangible going on. There was a reason why your energy could not fit in at the time it was supposed to. Meaning that some of you are not operating on the same timeline that the current paradigm is pushing upon most people. You're operating on a very different trajectory because you're honoring the frequencies of the cosmos. You're honoring your frequency that is tapped into a spiritual thread of consciousness that is making an attempt to ground your energy in the most purest way. But what I'm seeing here in the cards is that your spirit has grounded itself, made residency here in a proper place now that people can feel it. That's your verification. You now being able to step outside in a way that you could not do before. But you're stepping outside in a very pure way. Residency is ringing in my spirit. You have grounded the spiritual part of yourself to this planet in a way that you have never done before. being able to articulate your energies, the dreams that you have, the most complex version of your spirit out to people around you. And they can confirm your frequency. They can validate your experience, confirmation of your spiritual residency. Not only that, they're saying you can finally start to step out into the social world. The paradigm that you live in fully, completely as yourself. And people will receive you. You don't even have to articulate the depth of your energy. The depth of what's going on in the spirit world. There is a container here that I'm seeing surrounding the human side of you that is also grounding itself in residency here. You're finding your place and the time is now. Very large message. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. And if you stayed thus far, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I'm going to take this time to come down and close out tonight's healing circle. And I will see you all at the next